It's Manchester. It's not raining. It's blue sky and it's pretty mild. Unbelievable. Right. So after yesterday's day of being an extra, I forgot to mention, by the way, they cut my hair and then put, so you can see all the back of it, clay in my hair and then makeup. Anyway, that's all washed off now. And I've just been over. I've actually done a shop at Asda for a change. I need to get a few products that only Asda sell, not Lidl. But what I am going to do now, this afternoon, I'm going to get this new privet planted. So I mentioned this in the past. So this little privet hedge here that you can see here now, so if you look at me, can you see that's waist height? That's been in, I can't remember if it's 3 years in January or 4 years in January, but it's about 3 or 4 years old. And this started off as just tiny little pieces of privet. So now is an ideal time to plant things like this. So we've got about 10 bits of privet here. I've got some here, and then see this white fencing. The reason I had that white fencing is we used to have a trailer tent, and that basically opens up like a gate. So what I'm actually going to do now, I'm going to dig myself a section here where I'm going to take out the grass, turn the soil over, and basically get these privet in. And in about 3 years time, come back and you'll see what I've done, and this, all being well, will take. So the reason I'm actually doing this is I've mentioned on a previous video, virtually all the houses where I live, their front gardens all used to be privet and full of greenery. Look at this beautiful holly bush here in our garden, and it was over the decades, it's all been ripped out, replaced with wooden fencing, or even in a worst case scenario, it's all been tarmacked over for car parking. So what's one of the reasons why you're getting flooding everywhere? There's nowhere for water to go. The trees at the side of rivers and on estates that suck up the water have all been cut down, and nobody's given a thought to the consequences. So yeah, this holly tree, which is huge, it's way, I don't know if you can see the height of it. This again was about waist height when I planted it in the garden here, and also here, then you can see that's coming up from the base here, and that's a cherry tree in our front garden that was basically a sapling when we planted it. And over the next week we're going to be decorated with Christmas lights. Yeah, right, let me crack on. I'm doing too much talking, and let me just dig this this little trench here for planting the privet. Right, so that's that little trench done, and I've just, for temporarily now, I've just moved the sods of turf that I've just cut out there. And what I'm now going to do is just separate the privet, lay them out, space them, ready for positioning, and then obviously start to dig a little hole and get them in. And again, just looking at the front of the house, this is the privet we've got here. Another bit of holly here. You've got a fuchsia, still in bloom, look at this. That was my mother planted the fuchsia, she loved fuchsias. Right, so in it goes. I've left this little gap here because we've got this thorny stuff growing, can you see, with all the thorns on. Up here, so nice and simple to do. Like the grounds, so we've had so much rain here in Manchester. The ground's dead soft, so it's dead easy to dig in. And as I say, I'll now just sort of monitor this between now and February when I go back to Lincolnshire, just see if we get any winds and make sure everything stays upright and things like that, especially when we get some heavy rain. And eventually, as I say, in the next couple of years, this will all match that bit of privet that I put in a few years back. Job well done, easy peasy. And now I'm going to spend a little bit of time, as it's not raining in Manchester. I'm going to start to chop up or split some wood for kindling. So we've sort of we've had this for a while, but I'm getting really low on softwood. So yeah, I am going to be I currently am on hunt for logs and wood. So let me start splitting up some of this stuff and get that ready in the next hour or so. Right, and then over the next period of time, we need to get the chainsaw out, and all of this lot needs cutting up and getting into the log store. Whew, sweltering. Roll on the lighter nights. Right, so I'm just doing tea, so quite simple, quick tea for tonight. I've got some. You can see that I've got some mushroom and onion, really thick gravy. Simmering there. I've got some potatoes on there which I'm going to mash up, making some mash, and I've got some cheese there, so we're going to have cheesy mashed potatoes. So I'm going to drain off the spuds. Let me just turn that heat on a little bit higher. Going to drain off the spuds, get some butter in there, a bit of milk as well, mash it up, slowly sprinkling the cheese, so you've got like a real cheesy mashed potato. Life without cheese, not worth living. I'm prepping up for tomorrow. So I've got some prawn and whitefish there out of the freezer, and I've got some fresh fish in our big, what we call our big fridge. And so tomorrow we're having a fish pie for tea, and then also going here in the air fryer. Still a few more minutes to go. We've got some chipolato sausages going. So basically tonight is going to be sausage, cheesy mash and really thick onion and mushroom gravy for tea. Tomorrow we're having fish pie, and then Sunday, if everything goes to plan, I've got my daughter coming over and my grandson. So I've got a nice roast piece of meat for Sunday, a piece of, yes, I can't remember whether they got pork or beef now. I think it's pork, I can't remember. Anyway, it's in the big fridge, and because baby Caden's coming over, I've not got a sweet tooth, but look what I've got. I've got some Angel Delight, which she's going to like, if he manages to eat anything. So all being well, he'll have a bit of Sunday roast what Grandad's going to make, and if that sort of fails, I have got chicken nuggets. Chicken nuggets and kids. Anyway, quick and easy. Right, I'm going to get these sausages done, and I need to go and put some washing away that I had up, that's been drying, and I'm going to go and light the log burner. Alright, that's the look how creamy that is. Isn't that gorgeous? That sausages done. So I've got a bed of mash, got the sausages, and now get the oh, look at this, 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 look at this. Let's go and pour some of that on. Lovely. Right, let me get stuck into that, and that's all ready for heating up when Sandra gets home from work. And today is Sandra's first day at her new job, so she's sort of splitting the job role she's got at the minute, but she's actually been doing her new role today. So when she gets home from work, we might get a few words from her. Right, so we're on another morning. So later on, I'll get Sandra at the end of this clip here to explain about her new job, which she started your first day yesterday, didn't you?
Well, I'm in transition, but yeah, my first transition day.
What are you transitioning into? It's one of them.
Health and safety advisor. I've had this conversation before.
Ah, right. So talking about health and safety. Go on, come on.
Huh?
I thought you were going to...
Sorry, I thought you wanted to talk about something else first. No? Yes, no?
I don't know. Right, so we've got a very long list of things to do, but the things we've got to do shouldn't take that long. So the big one today is we're shifting all the boxes we pulled down from the attic 2 weekends ago back into the attic.
Well, not all of it.
Well, we did get rid of a little bit of it. And then we have got a list of other stuff to work through. What are we having for tea?
Something fishy, apparently.
So, yeah, so you've got 2 meals on this one, haven't you? You've got a sausage. So, Sandra's been out this morning, so while she's been out, I've got salmon, haddock, cod, prawns, whitefish. I've made up another pan of mash, fresh mash, and I've got a fish sauce. So I'm going to pour the fish sauce, where have you gone? Pour the fish sauce over the fish, lob on the mash, get a fork and make it all even. We're going to get that in the oven for about 45 minutes later. Then I'm going to sprinkle a little bit, just not a lot, just a little bit of cheese on top of it for the last 15 minutes. And then we'll finish off with a bit of fresh parsley.
You've got lots of parsley.
Yeah, well, that's
You've got enough to put some in the sauce as well.
It's in the sauce.
Oh,
So no, leave the cooking to me, please.
What are you going to do with all the rest of the parsley?
We've got dinner tomorrow, haven't we? So we've got a roast dinner. We're having a roast dinner tomorrow. I've got a big piece of pork.
Well, I'm having fresh parsley with mine. Blow that.
Right. Yeah.
Waste all that fresh parsley.
It'll go on, right. So I'm
Anyway.
just going to quickly put on this mash now because that's still hot, and then we'll go and go up to the loft. And as I say, keep watching, and Sandra will let you know a little bit about what the new first day of a transition is like. It's a bit pervy, that. It's weird. Right, so that's all ready. It's only it's not even 1 o'clock. To slam in the oven a little bit later, well, sort of.
Right.
Right, how are we going to start this, Sandra? Because this is a bit bedlam.
Well, your OMD was the last stuff to come out, so and it goes to the back normally. So
right, so quick swoop around. So this area here, down that middle bit and a bit there, is pretty well most of my OMD collection. Then I've got a lot of random stuff in the middle down here, and then I've got other bits. I think it's possibly looks worse than what this actually is at the moment.
So, viewers, remember those 6 boxes that I was getting castigated for and this terrible hoarder because I got 6 boxes?
All them 7 is now.
I got rid of loads. I had loads of books up there. I've got rid of all my books.
Can we go?
I've got these few left now.
Can I go into the box room and show people the box room, Sandra?
That's not finished yet.
That'll
be going.
The box room, which is Sandra's stuff. The actual is full. Yeah, you need a skip.
But it'll be going. It's just just needs sorting.
She needs a skip. So it's gone from upstairs to this bedroom and into the other bedroom.
No, that's ongoing. Needs sorting.
Right. So I've got a couple of PCs there. I've got a PC there, and I've got another PC in your bedroom. Leave the PCs down. I'm going to have a look what's firing up and what's not firing up.
I want that in the bedroom.
Leave that. Yeah, don't send that up. Leave that. Right.
Did you ever check whether those? I'm not taking those up unless they work.
What?
Then they don't work.
Right. I need to get a power pack on that and have a look. Mine works.
No.
Right. Let me get in the attic, and Sandra's going to have to start passing stuff up to me. So it's been a few days since I was last up in the up here. So somebody mentioned on a vlog that I did the other day we could put a grab handle here to get hold of to get ourselves into the attic. Maybe I'll do that at some stage, but to be fair, once this stuff's up here, we're only going to be up here randomly. Sandra, I've just remembered we've got to change a plan. We've got to change a plan. Hang on a moment. I've just remembered we need to do something.
The radio, you know this thing about spray insulation on the radio, but you know all these people have been putting this spray insulation on the actual roof.
Oh, I've heard this, yeah.
Apparently there's a high chance you won't be able to remortgage or sell your house if you do that because they can't then see the integrity of the roof underneath. So there's lots of legal disputes at the moment, apparently. So it's a good job we didn't do that. Right,
so what we need to do before we bring the stuff up, Sandra, we need to patch up the bits of insulation before we start. So you're just passing a head torch down the bottom and then bring yourself up. Right, sorry, with a slight change of plan. It's me forgetting what we need to do. We've got some excess loft insulation knocking about. and we've just got some bits that we need to fill in, but I just need Sandra to bring up a standing knife as well. That's on the bed. So yeah, and while Sandra's doing that, what I'm going to do up on the attic here, I'm going to bring up a wire. So I'm not going to put a wire directly into the mains as such. You'll still go down to a plug socket downstairs on the landing, and I'm probably going to get a spider pendant light, which I'm going to affix onto the ceiling here. So I don't know if you've seen the sort that I'm on about, where you've got like 6 wires. Basically they're all in pubs and in restaurants, it's all the in thing, but basically I can get half a dozen of them dangling down here, and then when we do want to come up, there's just a quick plug socket downstairs to plug in and the loft will light up. So I'm going to let Sandra choose that, and we are contemplating, as Sandra mentioned, against the back wall there, where the chimney breast is and the dividing wall between our properties, we might put up some racking there. A little bit undecided at the moment. Alright, so that's the bits of loft insulation down and packed up. These two we're probably going to come down and take back to Wicks and get a refund on them. We need to, sorry, I said at some stage...
Is that spare legs as well?
Yeah, leave them, I need them for that box, them panels.
Oh, okay.
As I say, I am possibly going to put another platform there. For, and as some say, sorry, we will in the next couple of days get Sandra to work out how much this has cost. That'd be quite interesting. What are you reckoning, about £2.5 grand?
No.
No?
It's nothing like. No, it was...
Ish.
The first order was about 400, and then we had to order more bits. It was about 200 and something. My original estimate was about 700, and I don't think we're far off that.
So is that the lagging,
legs
and board and screws? Okay, so less than £1 grand. Anyway, we will work out how much it's actually cost us. Right, so most, or if not all, the crap from the spare bedroom is now back in the attic. So I will walk you through with what the plan is, why we've kept a lot of this stuff and it's not been disposed of. We'll come back in a minute because I just need to whip downstairs and go and have a look at the spare bedroom tissue. Oh, hang on a minute, Sandra's popping up.
I wonder how it's looking now.
It's as full as it was. This is all your stuff. That whole corn, that's all yours.
You're such a liar, Neil.
It's true.
Totally
Box, 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 bag, box, box, football box, badminton box.
You're such a liar, honestly. I'm literally pouring with sweat lifting up Neil's stuff for him. And then he's trying to accuse me it's all my stuff.
You're a right hoarder, Sandra. Well, most of the stuff's in the box room. Right, let's go and have a look downstairs. Right, so this is, so if you remember before, this bedroom was pretty well full. What's all these boxes up here, Sandra?
For me to sort out.
These more boxes of yours, as well as the...
Yeah, but they're not going back up. What's the difference?
Where are they going?
I don't know. I need to do a recce.
Are they all yours?
What? I'm a book lover.
Oh.
I'm not getting rid of any more books.
What's this cupboard full of stuff? Is all yours, Sandra?
No, it's not all mine.
Well, none of it's mine. There's another random... Fucking hell! Oh my God! Yes, Sandra! Where's that come from?
Just
nothing! Stashes of...
It's literally just been in the news. There's a massive drought in Iran and they've got no rice.
Right, we're not in Iran. We've got rice. We don't need rice.
Because I bought rice. We're all right.
Well, we eat potatoes, not rice. What about these monitors?
But why are you even keeping them? Just more crap.
Because I might need them to when I fire up the computers. If they've got DVIs on, we'll keep them. Right.
Sorry, do you really want to keep that?
I don't know. What's under the bed, Sandra?
The awning.
Oh, there's plastic boxes under here.
It's an empty box. I'm not putting empty boxes.
That's not an empty box.
That's spare single bedding.
More single bedding? Well, what's
spare single bedding for that room there.
Oh my God. Right, so are you happy, Sandra?
Happy?
Yeah, I've got everything out of the room and at least up here, and over a period of time it can now just basically be worked through.
I'm just generally having physically hauled it up the ladders for you, I can't believe how much stuff you've got over here. It's like, seriously,
anything.
Loads.
Rubbish.
Loads.
That's all yours. That's yours.
Lying.
That football's yours. Badminton racket's yours.
Absolute lies. Seriously.
No. So this area here. So somebody did ask me about OMD stuff. So I must admit, I have got a wall of OMD collectible things, and I may do a completely separate video as I go through a lot of this stuff. So a lot of it's not really rare, but some of it is rare, and some of it's unseen. Look at it, I've got hundreds of old, there's all here, pen pal letters from before computer age and everything, and dozens of t-shirts, and there's all sorts which I'll go through. There's some old phones. That's just general paperwork. I better keep hold of my divorce papers just in case. I've got all that computer stuff down to basically one box, which is a bit of a miracle. I might get rid of the bottles. That's a bit of dead space at the minute because I might go over there. I don't think it's that bad. That's what it was.
Work in progress, dear. Work in progress.
Right. Talking about work in progress. I'm going to be thinking about putting the fish pie in the oven in a minute, or in a bit. What time is it? It's almost 4 o'clock, but it is. Yep, 4 o'clock. Right, I've got a couple of things I want to photograph up here, and I'll lock up here for the night, and that's it for you for this weekend. See you in the box room.
No, thank you.
Sorry?
I don't want any help in the box room. Just leave the box room. It'll be fine.
You need to see the box room. The box room has got 10 times more stuff in there than what's up here. Alright, that's the fish pie done. I've got a bit of fresh parsley on there, so when we cut into it we can mix some of the fresh parsley up, a little bit of cheese on there, and this is going to be absolutely scrumptious. I was going to give Sandra a quick shout, let her know her tea's ready. She's still doing some bits and bobs upstairs at the moment. Right, end of the day, it's very dark, it's very blustery, it's gone a bit chilly. How was your tea?
It's very nice. There's even chunks of cheese in there, which I wasn't quite expecting, but yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. I suppressed myself. I went back for seconds. Rash has had thirds. So, yeah, so it's gone okay today. Are you happy with today?
Yeah, it's fine, but so it's just considering how much we got rid of, I'm really a bit shocked how much still went back in the loft.
And how much stuff went back in the box room?
Well, no, the box room's to be cleared, which I have also started.
It's okay. Well, I'll continue in the loft while you're at work. So yesterday you had your first day in your new job, and I know some people were a little bit interested to know how your career move thing was going on. So do you want to give an update about work?
A quick update about work. So what was agreed was that so I have to give 1 month's notice. But instead of just working a straight month, I've been asked to do half the week still on my old job and half the week on the new job for 8 weeks. So that's where we're at the moment. So for various reasons, including being in London earlier this week. And my first day with the new team was yesterday. But yeah, it went pretty well. So a nice chat with 2 of the new colleagues, and told a lot about. So there's a brand new building that we're looking after that's still being commissioned at the moment. There's a lot of changes going on. So some of my duties, what I'll be doing going forwards, and then some inductions that I had to do as part of my new job. And then a big tour of the basement. And the basement's huge. So I think it took 3/4 of an hour and we didn't even get around the whole basement because it's massive. And that's just the basement. And then there's about 6 floors altogether. So.
How many storage space in the basement?
No.
What would we do? What would we do if ever we decided to move into a motorhome to live? What would we do with everything? Because as well as all of that, sorry, I'm just sorry, slight sidetrack. These are my RCDs. Yeah. We don't know, do we?
So, yeah. Anyway.
So, Early days.
But yeah, so far so good.
Right, so since I got back, and I think this is my third weekend back now. First weekend was clearing the loft. Last weekend was getting the loft floorboarded and loft hatching. Yeah, three weekends, and we've not been to the pub since I came back. Not even one night. Even I've not been to the pub. So we are going to go and have a well, all being well, we are going to nip out for a bit and have a drink. Yeah, happy with that? Saving the pennies. What? You're laughing at? What are you laughing?
You don't normally worry about saving the pennies when you're...
When you're guilty, you laugh. Why are you guilty?
I'm not guilty.
What are you laughing at?
Just you, trying to sound all sensible.
Why are you laughing at me? What on earth are you doing? You're very red. What are you doing? A weirdo. What?
Sorry.
Hey? What?
I'm very proud that you've not been to the pub for 3 months.
What? You're going to giggle, Sandra. Why are you giggling?
Because you're being weird.
Who's being weird? Why on earth am I being weird?
I've not been to the pubs.
Is that weird?
From you.
Okay, so you can see what I have to put up with when I come home. So she thinks it's weird that I've not been to the pub. I've not been to the pub for 3 weeks. Is that funny? Very funny.
Almost as funny as freeze the peas.
Freeze the peas. Right, at this point we will tell the tale about freeze the peas at another date. Thanks for watching. Look after yourselves, and if you've got the giggles, and that includes you, giggle away with us. Don't forget, love to read any comments. Leave them down below. Look after yourselves, and we'll see you on the next one. I'll be the same.
Bye.